Picture this. You're standing at the edge of a serene forest, the golden light of dawn filtering through the trees, and the only sound is the gentle rustle of leaves in the breeze. The world feels still, yet alive, and for a moment, all distractions fade away. What if you could carry this quiet into your own life, stepping away from the endless noise of the outside world into a space where you can truly hear your thoughts and feel your essence? Solitude, often misunderstood as isolation or loneliness, is actually one of the most powerful tools for transformation. It is a sacred pause, a chance to reconnect with your inner self and embrace the wisdom of stillness. In today's fast-paced, always connected world, the ancient teachings of Buddhism remind us that being alone isn't something to fear. It's a pathway to unparalleled growth, clarity, and peace. Join us as we uncover the life-changing lessons solitude offers, guiding you to rediscover your strength, purpose, and the joy of simply being. Lesson 1. Choosing solitude over unhealthy relationships. The Buddha's comparison of solitude to an elephant gracefully moving through a jungle highlights the profound value of choosing meaningful isolation over unworthy company. Solitude isn't loneliness. It is the liberation to grow, learn, and thrive unencumbered by toxic relationships. Take Sarah, for example. She was a young professional who found herself drained by negative friends. Constant complaints, gossip, and discouragement were the daily norm. Finally, Sarah decided to step away, spending her evenings alone instead. She began journaling and rediscovered her childhood love for writing. With time, she developed her craft, publishing articles online that gained attention and even led to a book deal. Sarah's choice to embrace solitude transformed her life, proving that walking alone, like the elephant in the jungle, can lead to profound personal growth. In solitude, you are free to redirect energy toward yourself. Toxic influences dissipate, making space for inspiration and clarity to flourish. By choosing solitude, you align your surroundings with your goals, allowing genuine relationships to naturally replace superficial ones. Lesson 2. Understanding yourself in solitude. Self-discovery flourishes in silence. Without the constant chatter of life, you begin to hear the whispers of your true self. Solitude becomes a sacred space for reflection and deeper understanding. Journaling, for instance, is a practice that helps uncover the patterns of your thoughts, fears, and desires. Over time, the written word serves as a mirror, revealing who you are beneath external expectations. Consider Michael, an overworked teacher who spent his evenings bombarded by social media and TV. Deciding to spend 30 minutes daily journaling, he discovered recurring themes in his thoughts, his passion for mentoring students beyond the classroom. This awareness led him to create a youth leadership program, ultimately fulfilling his true calling. As the Buddha said, peace comes from within, do not seek it without. Solitude is where this peace is cultivated, guiding you to your authentic self. Lesson 3. Overcoming the fear of being alone. The fear of solitude often masks a deeper discomfort, confronting unresolved emotions. Yet facing these fears can become a powerful source of healing and strength. James, a war veteran, exemplifies this transformation. Haunted by memories, he spent years avoiding quiet moments. Every silence was filled with television or noise to keep the past at bay. Through therapy and meditation, James began sitting with his thoughts for brief periods. Initially, the stillness was overwhelming, but gradually he found strength in facing his pain. Eventually, solitude became his sanctuary for reflection and emotional release. Facing fear head-on reveals that solitude is not the enemy. It is the gateway to understanding yourself. By embracing quiet moments, you overcome the turmoil within, emerging stronger and more self-aware. Lesson 4. Solitude in spiritual practices. Solitude is a cornerstone of many spiritual traditions. In Buddhist monasteries, monks and nuns dedicate their lives to periods of silence, not to isolate themselves, but to connect with their inner truth. This practice allows them to focus deeply on meditation, wisdom, and compassion. You don't need to join a monastery to benefit from this principle. Simple practices, such as starting your day with 10 minutes of quiet reflection, can profoundly impact your well-being. Take Lila, a busy mother of 3, who began each morning sitting by her garden. At first, her thoughts raced, but over time, she found clarity and inner calm, which made her days smoother and her relationships more harmonious. Solitude in spiritual practice is not about withdrawal. It's about creating a space for connection with your highest self. Lesson 5. Silence as a medium for clarity. Silence isn't empty, it's a vessel filled with answers. In our noisy world, clarity often eludes us. By embracing silence, we can tune in to our inner wisdom. Jane, a corporate executive, struggled with career decisions. Feeling overwhelmed, she committed to spending one silent hour each evening, reflecting on her options. Without the interruptions of screens or conversations, she slowly uncovered what truly mattered to her. Silence became her guide, and she ultimately chose a career path aligned with her values and passions. Silence allows your thoughts to settle like sediment in water, leaving clarity in its place. Whether it's a career dilemma or personal conflict, answers often surface when you grant yourself the stillness to listen. Lesson 6. Building self-reliance through solitude. Solitude nurtures independence. It challenges you to rely on your inner strength, fostering resilience and self-trust. Facing challenges alone, whether physical, emotional, or practical, builds the confidence to navigate life's uncertainties. Take Tom, an avid traveler who set out on a solo hiking adventure. Initially, he doubted his ability to navigate trails or face unforeseen hurdles alone. But as the days passed, he not only conquered the physical challenges, but also overcame his own doubts. Tom returned home with a newfound sense of empowerment, ready to tackle life's obstacles. Solitude compels you to dig deep for solutions, proving that you are capable of more than you imagine. Each challenge faced in solitude becomes a building block for self-reliance. Lesson 7. Embracing impermanence. Impermanence, a fundamental teaching of Buddhism, is often most profoundly understood in solitude. In quiet moments, you observe the subtle yet constant changes in your thoughts, emotions, and surroundings. This awareness helps you accept the transient nature of life and find peace amid change. Imagine sitting by a river. The water that passes is never the same, yet the river flows steadily. Similarly, solitude allows you to observe life's impermanence without resistance. For instance, Maria, an artist, spent her evenings sketching the sunset. Each evening, she noticed how the colors and shapes shifted, a gentle reminder that beauty is fleeting but constant in its transience. This understanding helped her let go of attachments and live with greater ease. By embracing impermanence, solitude teaches us to appreciate the present moment and let go of unnecessary clinging. Lesson 8. Recognizing interconnectedness. Paradoxically, solitude deepens your sense of connection with others and the world. In moments of quiet reflection, you begin to see how your actions ripple outward, influencing people and ecosystems in profound ways. Consider a solitary gardener diligently tending a community garden. Though she works alone, her care produces fruits and vegetables that nourish many families. Solitude fosters this awareness that even when you are alone, you remain part of an interconnected web. In solitude, reflect on the ripple effects of your choices. This mindfulness nurtures gratitude and compassion, enriching your relationships and the world around you. Lesson 9. Mindfulness as a companion in solitude. Mindfulness transforms solitude into a sacred experience. It involves being fully present in the moment, whether you are sipping tea, walking in nature, or simply breathing. Try this. Sit in a quiet space. Focus on your breath, noticing its rhythm. As thoughts arise, observe them without judgment. This simple practice grounds you in the present and enriches your solitude. Sophia, a stressed-out university student, found solace in mindfulness. She spent 15 minutes daily focusing on her breath. Over time, her anxiety lessened and she approached her studies with greater focus and calm. Mindfulness in solitude cultivates a profound connection with yourself in the present moment, transforming ordinary experiences into moments of peace and insight. Lesson 10. Discovering inner peace. The ultimate goal of solitude is inner peace, a state where external chaos no longer disturbs you. This peace isn't found in the absence of challenges, but in the presence of a steady mind. John, a retired athlete, turned to meditation after a career-ending injury. Initially restless, he gradually discovered a quiet strength within himself. Solitude became his refuge, allowing him to process his loss and find new purpose. Now, he teaches others the same path to inner peace. Inner peace is cultivated through regular practice. Whether it's meditation, journaling, or reflection, solitude becomes a source of strength, guiding you toward a more balanced, fulfilling life. Solitude as a lifelong journey. Solitude is not a punishment, it is a profound privilege, a space where we are invited to reconnect with our most authentic selves. In the stillness, away from the noise and distractions of the outside world, we discover treasures that can only be found within: wisdom, peace, clarity, and purpose. To embrace solitude is to embrace the courage to face yourself, to listen to the whispers of your heart and the truths often buried beneath the demands of daily life. It's in these quiet moments that you find the strength to heal, the clarity to make decisions, and the peace that sustains you through life's challenges. Far from isolating you, solitude empowers you to engage more deeply with the world, fostering a richer, more meaningful connection with everything around you. The journey inward is one of the most transformative you will ever undertake. It's a path not dictated by external expectations or societal pressures, but by the quiet guidance of your inner wisdom. In solitude, you learn to trust this guidance, to walk your unique path with confidence and grace. As the Buddha said, "No one saves us but ourselves. No one can and no one may. We ourselves must walk the path." Solitude also teaches us the art of presence, being fully here in this moment. When we embrace solitude, we learn to savor the simplicity of life, the rhythm of our breath, the beauty of a sunrise, the joy of our own company. Each of these moments becomes a reminder that peace is not something to be found outside, but something cultivated within. Consider solitude as a lifelong companion, one that evolves with you. In youth, it may spark creativity and self-discovery. In adulthood, it becomes a tool for reflection and recalibration. In later years, it offers a sanctuary of gratitude and serenity. At every stage, solitude provides the space to grow, to heal, and to live more authentically. By choosing to embrace solitude, you are choosing to prioritize your inner world. This choice unlocks the doors to a life of wisdom, peace, and purpose. It allows you to move through the world with a sense of calm and clarity, unshaken by external chaos and deeply anchored in your own truth. As you embark on this journey, remember, solitude is not about being alone, it's about being whole. It's about discovering the infinite strength and beauty that resides within you. By embracing solitude, you are not retreating from the world. You are equipping yourself to engage with it in a more meaningful, purposeful, and joyful way. Let solitude be your teacher, your guide, and your refuge. Through its lessons, you will uncover the profound truth that the most powerful journey is the one that takes you inward to the heart of who you truly are. May this journey bring you peace, clarity, and the fulfillment of living a life aligned with your deepest self.